if I was president, I would make a rule that says if you tell another person that you're going to kill them, if you tell another person that you will be back to their property, you should be able to kill that person. Um, I'm not a gun nut. Well, actually, I like guns quite a bit, so maybe that's a lie. But I'm not one of these, if you step foot on my property, I'll shoot you from the window. Not one of these people. I believe in locking the doors and calling the police. But regardless, this man had threatened me, and I couldn't do a damn thing about it. I think I called the police, but I don't remember them getting there, on time, or because they never do get there on time. What always happens is, I'm the idiot because I catch them and I confront them. I always do this, because I want to stop what they're doing. And I never know what's going on. Like the last time someone was breaking into our shit, they tried to walk in the front door, and all I knew was that the doorbell went off. And so I went to check, and he was in the driveway, and he had a pipe, a piece of steel shoved into a window, and of a car, and yeah, he told me I've been trying to break into this fucking thing all night. I don't want to come up with more reasons to give someone the steal, but we can't just fucking be allowing these assholes to run our lives, these deranged drug addicts. I know drugs make people desperate. It's it's unfortunate. But when you screw with me to a certain extent, then I should be able to remove you. I should be able to delete you. And, I don't know what it's like to kill a man, but I'm going to do my best to not feel bad about it if they're asking for it. Like, there's just too many of these people around that will give you shit, and threaten you, and you can't respond to a threat. And to a point, I understand why. You can't just, shoot everyone that looks at you. You can't just, shoot someone for calling you a name, but I think you should be able to shoot somebody for screwing with your stuff on your property because there's just too much of it. I know that killing somebody for breaking into your car is you are taking more from them than they would have taken from you if they were successful at breaking and taking your stuff. But it's like money doesn't grow on trees. The state is not going to help us make more wages. The same people that will throw you in prison for blasting one of these losers. What do we do? We just. I'm pretty far left, but on this issue, I think we really need to crack down on crime. Like, there's just too many, just too many people out and about fucking with things. Opportunists looking around, and walking through our neighborhoods, looking at every yard, looking in windows. It's just we gotta get a net, throw these people in some kind of housing situation, and force them to stay clean. And I don't know how you do that, but that's none of my business. I'm not part of it's not my job to make this country run. I don't really know what the bottom line to this video was, except we need to crack down. We need to. I think we need to have the National Guard in our cities. Like I've said it 100 times before, but We just need them around. There's I live in a city where it's not gunshots all day and night, but you never know. You never know when a situation will get rough. A dude I used to work with, he got held up at gunpoint here. It was a bunch of a bunch of kids and driving an SUV, and I said that kid needs to be shot, and everyone lost their fucking mind. Like, oh my god. I'm like, I'm sorry. It's none of my business why he's doing what he's doing. But if you do this, if you do this, you should expect to get it back. Period. I'm not gonna say I'm not scared to shoot people, because that's not something I want to do. You know, just like I don't want to beat on anyone. It's just not. I'm not looking for more drama. I'm not. But the drama's looking for all the tax-paying citizens. And the tax-paying citizens keep on paying their fucking taxes. In these big, all these cities, majority of the cities don't protect their citizens. And then you have a Kyle Rittenhouse situation where he goes down there and kills a few guys because he told them to stop vandalizing things and they attacked him. And then they said, well, he should have left it to the cops. What fucking cops? Where are they? Tell me. They're not allowed to be around. And then when people shoot back to make up for the lack of cops carrying guns, people get mad about it. So this, I won't say the whole country, but I'd say a good portion of the country is living in chaos. There are no, there is no, like, how do you need to, I mean, how do you do what you gotta, how do you do what you need to do without getting thrown in prison for it? Without crime winning? Because I feel the majority of people today are just sticking up for criminals. The amount of people that were pissed off that Kyle Rittenhouse was innocent and they believed the CNN shit, and all these fucking, majority of these news outlets were just making up all kinds of shit. I was speaking with some people that will not be named, and I was at someone else's house and we were talking about it, and I was like, he got chased down by a few guys and one had a gun and he popped a shot off and yada yada, and they kept going, Gabe, have you seen, have you read, are we talking about the same thing, or do we? And I was like, yes, we were talking about the same thing, and you haven't researched it one fucking bit. You just heard all this shit about, him being an AZI, about him being all these things, a right-winger and all this shit, and they're trying to tear him down based on his demographic that they've just decided. I don't even know if what they're saying is true about him being a total right-winger, et cetera, but none of that matters, because it's clear most people didn't even see the video of him being attacked. They didn't see the fucking video. And they're just talking out their ass. They're reading little snippets on fucking Twitter and whatever about all this shit. And this is not about Kyle Rittenhouse. This is about our cities going down in fucking flames, and we're not allowed to do a damn thing about it. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it one bit. That it's I don't know, it really does feel like I'm in the minority of people that understand the difference between right and wrong. I'm not perfect, I'm not a fucking angel. I spent half this video talking about how some people need to be erased under certain circumstances. So I'm not an angel, but like, how come maybe I'm wrong, but from my perspective it seems society is taking the side of crime more often than not, and it's partly due to their inability to read and source information. I know there's too much information out there, but when you can just watch the video, a short video, and find out everything that happened, and people can't even get to that. Like, well, I mean, maybe you don't have time to actually research this, so maybe if that's the case, then you should just shut up about it. But these are important issues. I mean, you could be looking at something like this real soon. Not for me. But I mean, you gotta know that if crime finds you, what, I mean, who are you gonna call? You're gonna have to wait a long time on the police, if you have to call. And I'm not enthusiastic about the police. Most of my engagements with the police have not been fun. But if someone's shooting, if crime goes, if you gotta look at your fucking options, all right? If you're driving responsibly, like, they're probably not looking for you. And I don't believe, I do believe that there are some cops that, yes, there are some circumstances of black people being targeted by cops, black Americans being targeted. But there's also a lot of circumstances of things going sideways. The guy literally fighting with the cops. Maybe even a weapon is involved. But he's getting in a tussle and he's not cooperating. He's actively fighting back, and a weapon comes out. Guy may even have a gun, something like that. They don't include that in the news stories. The only thing you hear is an innocent black man gets shot by cops. It's that's what you hear. And it's not always the case. And I've looked into a lot of these black man gets shot stories, by cop stories, and the vast majority of them, there's more details that you don't hear involving weapons and a fight and things like this. There was a circumstance with a guy who got pulled over and was not cooperating and got in a fist fight with the cops. It was a physical altercation, and a taser was deployed, and he took the taser away from them after a fight, and then the cops shot him. And all you heard is that he got shot by cops. Now, should they have shot him? Probably not. But, shit happens, and he was fighting with them. Now, I'm not going to be the one to say those cops should go to prison or not. That's up to the judge, because that's a really hard call. But they left out a lot of information. That's all there is to it. And they just wanted to make it look like an innocent man got gunned down. So, I don't know what the full point of this video is, except for I really want our cities to feel safer. I don't have a problem with the National Guard being around at this point. I'm not a fan of it. But I'm also not a fan of thugs. And the thugs have already militarized cities. I just want people to get on the right side of justice. Sort out who the criminals are in these stories. That's really all I got. Thanks for listening. I just felt like I needed to make some kind of content. I'm sorry it's so negative, but I feel it's important. Things are getting dangerous out there. We need to be prepared.